Residents aren't happy about the TEA takeover of HISD. Could Rodney Reed get a stay of execution? And the gospel of Kanye is coming to Lakewood. The story is coming up. Hi, I'm ReShonda Tate Billingsley with your weekly Defender NewsWrap, where we bring you the biggest news stories from the Black community. HISD parents and residents aren't taking the TEA takeover lightly. It was a packed house at a recent meeting at Wheatley, their elected school board, over one chosen by the state. You might recall the Texas Education Commissioner announced plans to take over HISD and appoint a board of managers to run the schools. Some of the concerns from the meeting: residents worry about losing local control of their schools and not having a mechanism to hold new district leaders accountable. HISD is currently suing the state to prevent a takeover, arguing that it would disenfranchise Black and Hispanic voters. We realize the whole TEA takeover may have you confused, but don't worry, we've got you covered. Pick up this week's Defender, where we break it down and tell you 10 things to know about the takeover of HISD. A Harris County judge is on suspension without pay after a federal indictment. Alexandra Smoots Thomas of the 164th District Court for the state of Texas is charged with 7 counts of wire fraud for allegedly spending campaign donations on personal expenses, including designer purses, vacation, jewelry, school tuition, and her home mortgage. But her attorneys say that money was reimbursed and say prosecutors are going after Smoots Thomas because she is a Black female Democrat, and this is an opportunity to get her off the bench and put a Republican in her place. Good news for Texas death row inmate Rodney Reed. He was days away from his execution when a dramatic decision by the Court of Criminal Appeals in Texas halted the execution indefinitely. They ordered the court where he was originally tried to consider new evidence in the case, including testimony from eyewitnesses who have come forward in recent months pointing toward the victim's fiancé as another suspect. The case had drawn national attention from celebrities, lawmakers from both sides, and others pleading for the court to reconsider the case. Former Massachusetts Governor Deval Patrick is officially joining the Democratic presidential race less than 3 months before voters start casting ballots. The good friend of President Barack Obama is hoping to become the country's second Black president. His message was largely about unity. But while his entry is embraced by some, others question whether his record, lack of name ID, and late start in a crowded field will impede his ability to make a mark. We'll see. Joel Osteen's Lakewood Church is gearing up to host special guest Kanye West, who will attend 2 services on Sunday. At the 11 a.m. service, West is scheduled to have a 15 to 20-minute conversation about how he's overcome adversity. He will also speak about his faith journey. The morning service is free and open to the public on a first-come, first-served basis. Kanye will take to the pulpit a second time Sunday to perform with his choir at the 7 p.m. service. While entry is free, guests must have an e-ticket to attend. Looking for something to do this weekend? On Saturday, November 23rd, we have a full day of events. The Houston Margarita Festival will take place. Also, the Wine and Jazz Fest Houston 2019 will take place. And then later that day, HMAC will hold a holiday sidewalk sale. Check them out, and if you have some events you'd like to share, send them to us at news@defendermediagroup.com. It's a wrap. Make sure you're following us at Defender Network on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And join us here next week for all your Defender highlights.